Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students of 8C, Assalamu alaikum. I am your teacher Muhammad Ilyas, and this is our sixth interaction regarding biology for Cambridge. Dear students, I have selected this topic water pollution from your book NLS Science Workbook 2, page number 30 to 34, and the chapter number 7. Our objectives for today are the students will be able to understand and solve the questions given in the workbook. So we will focus on these three following points. First of all, we will understand the concept of water pollution and what pollutes our water. Secondly, we will inshallah focus on the controlling of water pollution, and thirdly the cleaning up of our rivers. How can we clean up our rivers from these pollutions? So starts water. Water is very important for our life, not only for our life but all the organisms on this planet. So water is of great importance, and any pollution is very harmful for the life. So first of all, we are going to understand what is water pollution. So dear students, any physical like temperature, oxygen, chemical like mercury, arsenic, lead, acids, alkali, or biological disease or sewage change to water that adversely affects its use by living things. Means that if the living things are harmed by any substance which is present in the water, this is called the water pollution. So we have to get rid of all these substances which are harmful for the life. What are these water pollutants? We are going to focus on this. Any substance, as I have discussed with you, any substance which is present in the water and harmful for the life is called water pollutants. First of all, we are going to focus on the factory wastes. A wide range of impurities like mercury, cyanide, arsenic and lead, acid, alkalis and other toxic waste make the water poisonous for aquatic life. So we are going to focus only on the 2 points like the mercury or arsenic, which are very harmful for the life. How? Mercury deteriorates the nervous system, impairs the hearing, speech, vision and the gait. So this is very harmful for the human life. On the other side, we are focusing on the arsenic poisoning. How arsenic is harmful for the man life? It damages our nervous system and damages our skin, and the pigment changes in the skin. So arsenic and mercury are both very harmful for the human life because of these adverse effects. Now dear students, we are focusing on the biodegradable material and the non-biodegradable material. What are biodegradable means? Any substance which is present in the water and it is decomposed by the microorganism. This is called the biodegradable material. Any substance which is decomposed by the microorganisms is called biodegradable material. And if any material which is not going to be decomposed by the microorganisms, this is called non-biodegradable material. Here are a few examples of biodegradable material and non-biodegradable material. You can see the fruits, all the vegetables and their wastes are biodegradable. Here, peppers, these are the few examples of biodegradable material. And you can see also, dear students, the non-biodegradable material like the plastic bags, hardware and bottles. These are not going to be decomposed in the water after many years. So we should avoid to throw such non-biodegradable material into the atmosphere, specifically in water. What are the effects of the sewerage if we put the sewerage into the rivers? So If the river is polluted by the sewage, what will happen? You can see the sewage contain the organic matter. As this organic matter is thrown into the river, what will happen? The bacterial growth will start. It will increases with the passage of time, and as the organic material finishes, the bacterial growth will also decline. What will be the side effects of this? The oxygen level in the water will decrease. As the bacteria will grow, they consume the oxygen present in the water, and the level of the dissolved oxygen in the water will decrease. But you can see from this graph, the dissolved oxygen is increasing, because as the organic compound decreasing, the bacteria growth is decreasing and the oxygen level is increasing. So this graph is helping us to understand the effects of the sewage in the river water. Now we are going to focus on the fertilizers, how they are harmful for us. Dear students, as you can see, the chemical fertilizers are often washed off the fields by rain into the rivers or lakes, where they provide the aquatic life with a lot of nourishment. This upsets the ecosystem in the water, causing water plants such as algae to grow in large quantity. The algae form a blanket on the water surface, preventing the sunlight from entering the water and using up most of the dissolved oxygen in the water. This suffocates and kills other forms of aquatic life. So you can see, dear students, how this is very harmful to throw the fertilizers or excess use of fertilizers in the fields. Now we are focusing on another very harmful uh, pollutants, that is oil. Dear students, sea vessels, especially oil tankers, are mainly responsible for causing oil spills. Oil forms a film on the water surface, preventing oxygen in the air from dissolving in the water. This deprives aquatic life of oxygen for respiration. Fish and other forms of marine life are also poisoned and killed by the oil. So you can see how it is harmful for the aquatic life. How can we clean up our rivers? Here is an example from Singapore. They have cleaned up their river, especially the Singapore River and Klang Basin. A Clean River project was launched in 1977 to clean up the Singapore River and Klang Basin. The aim was to remove the filth and stench from rivers and canals permanently so that clean water will flow in them and aquatic life will return. The actions which were taken against the following sources of pollution. The number one is squatters. Squatters were removed to flats where facilities for disposing household waste are provided for. Proper sewerage and sanitary facilities available at the flats. So, in this way, they converted the squatters into the flats and removes the wastage from being discharged into the rivers. Secondly, they focus on the backyard trades and cottage industries. The backyard factories were relocated to industrial workshops, fitted and equipped with proper wastewater disposal facilities. Thirdly, they work on the street hawkers. Street hawkers threw their waste into the roadside drains, making them smelly and dirty. Food centers were set up in different parts of Singapore so that farmer street hawkers can have proper places to run their businesses. These food centers are equipped with proper waste disposal and sewer system. And then they work on the pig and the duck farms. Pig and duck farms were major source of pollution. By 1982, all pig and duck farms were phased out in Singapore. Lighters and boat repair yards. Lighters and boat repair yards pollute the rivers with oil. And with oil and solid wastes. They were relocated to lighters, and any oil spills at the wharf can be identified quickly and treated with proper chemicals without any delay. Dear students, it has taken 10 years and a lot of effort to clean up the rivers. In this, how the Singapore worked on reducing the water pollution in the rivers. Singapore has a control of the water pollution. How? Controlling water pollution is an expensive and tedious ongoing process, but it is essential if we have a clean supply of water in the future. The main steps to water pollution control in Singapore are prevention, enforcement, and monitoring. To prevent water pollution, the Pollution Control Department (PCD) ensures that new industrial and residential developments are properly sited and are compatible with surrounding land use. For example, only clean industries can be sited near water catchment areas, and they are served by public sewers to ensure that the water in the catchment areas is not polluted by the industries. The PCD, means Pollution Control Department, also ensures that all waste water, both domestic and industrial, is discharged into the public sewage system. Industrial waste has to be pre-treated to prescribed standards before being discharged into the public sewage system. Offenders who dump untreated waste or sewage into the water can be prosecuted by law. The sewage department maintains our public sewage system. It looks after the sewage facilities and treats sewage effluents for industrial use. Raw sewage is treated before it is released into the sea or river mouths. The water quality of inland and coastal waters is monitored regularly. Their pH values and amount of dissolved oxygen are also checked frequently. So, dear students, to prevent oil spills, tanker cleaning activities are also allowed to be carried out only in certain designated areas. This is how the Singapore has control over the water pollution. So this is about today's lesson, and now I have selected some questions from your workbook, chapter number 7, page number 30 to 34. You have to solve all the questions of section A, B, C and send to your respective groups. Thank you very much for being with me, and stay home, stay safe. Allah Hafiz.